Hello, I'm Steve Weber, the host of Essential Book Drop. We're featuring our top 3 new releases that you can see and download at essentialbookdrop.com. Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's October 28th, 2025. With me, as always, is my co-host and my bookworm sidekick, Cassandra. Good morning, Cass.
Good morning. Ready for some great new reads today?
Absolutely. We've got quite a mix. Looks like we're touching on literature, style, and even some classic TV.
Yeah, and it's interesting. There's a bit of a theme, maybe, about how public figures craft their image versus, well, the real person underneath.
That's a great way to look at it, like Updike's discipline, Birkin's iconic style, Carson's control.
Exactly. So we're digging into these new books to pull out the key stuff, the surprising bits.
Right, giving you the essentials so you're instantly up to speed. No fluff.
Let's do it.
Okay, first up, Selected Letters of John Updike. The author is, of course, John Updike, and the genre is literary letters and correspondence.
Updike. I mean, where do you even start? A giant. 2 Pulitzers for the Rabbit books.
Which really charted, post-war American life and anxiety through Rabbit Angstrom. Prolific doesn't quite cover it.
No, it really doesn't. The source material uses this quote from James Schiff. Something like, Updike needed to write the way the rest of us need to breathe or eat.
Yeah, and these letters really show that, don't they? It wasn't just the novels or criticism. The letter writing itself was this constant, lifelong thing, 6 decades worth.
It's incredible, and it goes way back. It's not just like the professional stuff with editors at Knopf or The New Yorker or other writers like Roth or Oates.
No, you get him as a kid, almost, well, a college kid. Over 150 letters, just to his parents from Harvard.
And those are fascinating, right? You see him figuring things out, becoming a writer.
Totally. It shows how much writing letters was part of his actual process. The editors even say it's an integral part of his astonishing literary output, not just something on the side.
Right. He's working through his life, his ideas, by writing these letters. It's not just reporting, it's thinking on the page.
So you get this dual track. On one hand, yeah, it's literary history, the exchanges with publishers, the craft talk. But then boom, you pivot to the personal letters. And it's raw. The stuff that clearly fueled the fiction later.
And it doesn't shy away from the tough stuff. His feelings for his first wife, Mary, intense.
And then the breakup of that marriage, it's laid out with this heartbreaking honesty. Not sensationalized, just human struggle.
Yeah, you really see the personal cost, the turmoil that fed into novels like Marry Me.
And then the letters show the passion for other women, including Martha, his second wife. It's all there. Uncensored, as they say.
In his own voice, his own words. That elegant prose, even when he's describing something incredibly painful or intimate.
So the big takeaway here for you listening is, these letters aren't just extra reading. They're maybe the best source for understanding the man himself.
Exactly. The context, the motivation behind the public work, it's essential for grasping 20th century American lit, really. You get the unvarnished Updike.
From literary control to controlling an image through style. Let's move to our second book, It Girl. The Life and Legacy of Jane Birkin. The author's Marissa Meltzer, and it's in Fashion Biographies and Memoirs.
Jane Birkin, iconic is almost too small a word. Style, music, film, and, of course, the bag, the Hermes Birkin.
An absolute legend. And this biography is timely, isn't it? First big one since she passed away in 2023.
Right. And Meltzer's a great choice to write it. She did Glossy about Glossier, so she knows how to dissect cultural phenomena and branding, but with depth.
And the book's mission seems clear. Get past just the bag. Get past just Serge Gainsbourg.
Which is so important, because Birkin's story often gets overshadowed by him or reduced to her being a muse. This book aims to reclaim her narrative.
So how does Meltzer do that? How does she establish Birkin as, her own creative force?
Well, through serious research, apparently, deep archival dives plus new interviews. It traces her whole journey from swinging London in the 60s.
Right, when she first emerged.
To becoming this huge figure in France. It focuses on her work, her films, her albums, not just her relationships or what she wore.
Though what she wore, it defined a whole aesthetic. The basket bag, the jeans, the simple white tee, that effortless thing.
Exactly. Seemingly effortless is the key phrase the source uses, because the book explores the complexity behind that image.
It's a duality, yeah.
The public persona charming, a bit bohemian, that sort of accidental chic, but then the private reality. The intense relationships, raising her daughters, navigating fame.
And Meltzer apparently gets into the nuances of her character, the vulnerability under the style.
Right. So you understand how that French girl style template got created, but also the person who created it. It's about seeing her as an artist who used style, but wasn't only style.
So the essential insight for the listener is
Yeah.
it's about appreciating the artistry, reclaiming her story from just being an accessory or an image.
Yeah. Understanding the icon means understanding the artist and the work, not just the wardrobe or the famous boyfriend. It took effort to look that effortless.
Which brings us perfectly to our final book, about someone who mastered control, perhaps better than anyone. Love, Johnny Carson. One obsessive fan's journey to find the genius behind the legend. Author is Mark Malkoff. Genre is television performer biographies.
Johnny Carson, the king. 30 years hosting The Tonight Show. Just staggering numbers. 4,500 shows, 25,000 guests.
He basically was late night for decades. The cultural pulse every single night.
But this book's angle is interesting. Mark Malkoff, described as an obsessive superfan.
Okay, yeah, that obsessive part makes you pause, right? Like, is this just going to be a glowing tribute?
But then you see he talked to over 400 sources. 400 crew, writers, guests, friends.
Wow, that's some serious legwork. That's deep journalism, fan or not.
Exactly. So the question becomes, does the superfan enthusiasm cloud the picture, or does that massive source base actually let him paint the most complete portrait yet? Especially of Carson's famous reserve.
The source material suggests it does the latter. It says the book sets the record straight, busts some myths.
And gets into that legendary need for control, why he kept people at arm's length.
Right, and this is where you get those specific, fascinating details, like the real origin story for Karnak the Magnificent.
Finally. Was it stolen from Steve Allen or not?
Apparently not. The book says it was Carson's own creation, which says a lot about how much he valued his own bits.
Okay, good to know. But the juicier stuff is probably the personal fallout from that control, right?
Oh, yeah, like the whole Joan Rivers situation.
Yeah.
The book supposedly gives the never-before-detailed reasons why he completely cut her off. A huge moment in late-night history.
A fundamental breach of trust, from Carson's perspective, it sounds like.
And it reveals why certain guests got banned. William Shatner, Orson Welles.
Why them specifically?
Control and pace, seems like. Shatner was maybe too chaotic, Welles too. Long-winded, disruptive to Carson's tightly controlled flow.
That makes sense for Carson. Everything served the smoothness of the show.
The book even touches on his surprising, maybe indirect, role in getting Nixon elected. Shows the power that desk held. And my favorite little tidbit from the summary, identifying the beloved comedian, the writers apparently dreaded having guest host. That's the kind of insider detail fans love.
Oh, I need to know who that was.
Right. So the key takeaway for you listening, this book gives you that crucial context for late night's golden age. It explains why Carson was king.
It wasn't just talent. It was this iron grip on his show, his image, everything. He performed control.
And understanding Carson helps you understand everything they came after, right? His blueprint is still there. These three books, Updike, Birkin, Carson, it's a fascinating look at how different kinds of icons manage that tightrope walk between public persona and private reality.
Really compelling stuff in all three.
Well, thanks for joining us today. And if you want to take a look at any of these books, visit us at essentialbookdrop.com, and you'll have all the links right there. Cass will do it again tomorrow.
Sounds great. Farewell, everyone.
Until then, keep on opening new worlds with great new books. And whatever you do, remember this. When you read,
Your mind becomes its own kingdom.